Objection number 1. Men wrote the Bible. That's obviously true. But isn't that true of everything you read? From the New York Times to a college textbook? The fact that the Bible was written by men is not an automatic disqualifier of its truthfulness. Really, we've got to know, were those men telling the truth? To answer that, we've got to ask a follow-up question. Would men write something they knew would get them killed? And they did. 11 out of 12 of Jesus' disciples were put to death for their beliefs, and the 12 died in exile. None of them recanted a single word that they wrote about Jesus' claims of divinity or his bodily resurrection. In fact, by holding fast their witness, they gained only poverty, exclusion, and death. So ask yourself, if the disciples were lying, why would they let themselves be murdered for something they knew wasn't true? The answer is, they knew it to be true, and they sought to tell everyone they knew, despite the terminal consequences. Objection number 2. The Bible has mistakes. The truth is, the manuscript of the Bible does have apparent errors, but they are just that, apparent. Most of these mistakes are just modest spelling errors or variants, like the difference between theater and theatre. I really don't know if I said that right. But what we don't see is major contradictions between copies of the text, like Jesus claiming to be God in one manuscript, but in another he doesn't. And we can clearly see these slips of the pen because we have so many copies of the original text to compare them to. We know what the original said. But that leads us to our final objection. Objection number 3. The Bible is really, really old. Yes, it is. But so is Julius Caesar's Gallic Wars. Interestingly, Caesar's Gallic Wars has 10 manuscripts that were written 1,000 years after the life of Julius Caesar. The Bible, on the other hand, has over 6,000 manuscripts of the New Testament that we can trace back to being written within decades of the life of Jesus. But no one ever questioned the truthfulness of Caesar's Gallic Wars. You've got to ask, why is that? So, knowing the authors died attesting to the truthfulness of the Bible, leaving behind thousands of nearly identical copies, save a few misspellings, it's clear this book is what it claims to be. The Word of God.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Next week, we got more content coming at you, so make sure you subscribe.